Hi friends, this is Sarvajan here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And today let us see how to configure a port forwarding. So what is port forwarding? Which is used to allow an user to access any server which is hosted locally. So it is allows a user from the outside world if you want to access any web server or if you want to access any services which is hosted locally, then in that case we have to configure the port forwarding, right? So this is the architecture where I connected R1, R2 and R3. So R1 this in this local interface inside I have hosted a local web server, right? So this interface I have to configure as IP NAT inside and this is a IP NAT outside. Then for a port forwarding, we have to configure a port forwarding rule. So before that, let us configure the directly connected interfaces on R1, R2 and R3. Then let us configure the NAT inside and the outside statement. Let us configure the directly connected interfaces. Interface faster than at 0 by 0. IP address is 192.168.1.1. 255.255.255.0. Let us do a no shut and then let us configure the R2, right? So I configure R1. So R2 has two interfaces. One is 1.2 and 2.1. Let us configure. So go to the interface mode. Interface faster than at 0 by 0. IP address is 192.168.1.2. 255.255.255.0. No shut. Then let us configure the outside interface. Interface faster than at 0 by 1, right? So go to the configuration mode. Interface faster than at 0 by 1. IP address is 192.168.2.1. 255.255.255.0. This we call it as a NAT outside or an inside global address, right? So this also you configure both NAT inside and the NAT outside address. So then I have to configure this interface 2.2, right? So let us go to R3, go to the configuration mode. Faster than at 0 by 1, IP address is 192.168.2.2, 255.255.255.0. Then you have to supply the no shut for activating the interface. So then what is the thing you have to do is we have to configure this as a NAT inside. This is an inside thing, right? Inside interface, and this is the outside world, right? So this interface I have to configure as IP NAT inside, and this I have to configure as IP NAT outside. So let us go to R2. Go to the configuration mode, interface faster than at 0 by 0, IP, NAT inside. So IP NAT inside. After that, we have to configure the outside interface as NAT outside, right? So you're done with the configuration. Then go to the configuration mode, interface faster than 0 by 1, IP, NAT outside. So we have configured the directly connected interfaces. Here this interface I configure is NAT inside, NAT outside. So now let us create a port forwarding rule for accessing for allowing the user to access the web server, right? So since I want to access the web server, so this server, right, this router R1, I'm going to configure the web server. So go to the configuration mode. So this I'm considering as a web server. So enable HTTP server IP, HTTP server, IP HTTP server, then do a exit. So I configure the IP HTTP server. So this R2 I have configured the NAT inside and the NAT outside. And now I'm going to configure the port forwarding rule. So go to the configuration mode, IP NAT inside source static. This is a command, IP NAT inside source static followed by the TCP. Then you have to give the local web server IP, that is 192.168.1.1. Then we have to give the corresponding inside port is 80. And let us give the outside IP 192.168.2.1. This is an added IP, right? Outside IP. Then followed by the port 80. Then give the keyword extendable, right? So this is the way you have to configure. So you're done with the configuration. So now let us see the I'm going to access the web server from the outside world. So from R3, I am going to access the web server on port 80, right? So that is the reason for this port forwarding rule. I added a port forwarding rule. So now let us go to R3 and let us access telnet 192.168.1.1, right? 1.1 and not 1.1, sorry, it is 2.1. So you have to always use the public IP 2.1 and port is 80. So now let us check whether your port is open. So still it is showing and not open, right? So what we have to do, we have to always add a static route. Let us go to R1 and let us also do a static route, or we can do a default gateway IP default gateway and we have to give this IP 192.168.1.168.1.2, right? So now let us check it out. Go to R3. Yeah, so now you are able to see it. So I have to always add a static route, or I can give a IP default gateway and I have to point this IP, right? So now let us see. So now it is showing port is open. So now let us check the port forwarding rule in R2, right? So let us see. So IP NAT translation. So now you are able to see the port forwarding rule, right? So you are able to see inside local is 80.1.1. The person is trying to access from the outside world 2.1. So 80 is NATed to this IP, right? This is a local IP. So this is how we can configure a port forwarding rule. I hope you enjoy this video. So these are the key points you have to keep it in mind. First, I configure the directly interfaces. Then you have to create a NAT inside and the NAT outside statement. Then I have to create a static route or a default gateway pointing to this interface. Then I have created a static port forwarding rule. So this is a way you have to create the rule. IP NAT inside so static. TCP is a protocol, and the port inside and the outside port I have given as 8080, right? So this is the inside IP. Web server IP is R1 IP, and this is the global IP. That is the inside global IP, right? Or NAT outside IP. So after that, then I have to enable the IP HTTP server. So here I enable the IP HTTP server since the person from the outside world is going to access the web server which is hosted locally. So after that, you have to check by doing a telnet to this corresponding web server 2.1. So I can't do the telnet on 1.1. So I'm doing telnet 2.2.1, and on the corresponding port is 80. So you are able to see the port is open, and after that you have to check the NAT translation rule. So this is a rule you are able to see, right? Inside local and inside global is outside IP, and this is a corresponding port. So this is a outside port, right? NAT mapped port. So this outside local and the outside global or the outside world or the outside internet, right? So this is how the port forwarding works. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day.